Hey guys, Azralynn here with a quick review of Antihero. Antihero is a turn-based strategy game that has a single-player campaign as well as online and local multiplayer. You play as a thief battling against rival thieves and gangs to claim victory by taking control of the city. You need your wits to scout out the area and strategize your moves each turn. The single-player campaign has a bit of a story, and the objectives on each map play into it. The story is fine, and I enjoyed the narrative, but I was more interested in the gameplay. In every match, you'll need to build and manage an economy. The currencies you earn are gold and lanterns. Lanterns allow you to purchase bribes for victory points, as well as buy upgrades in your guild house. Once you unlock various upgrades, such as urchins or gangs, you can then use gold you've earned to recruit more henchmen to use. You are limited on how many of each type of character you can have, and some of them are only usable once, like the assassin. You will need to scout around the town with your master thief, and from there you can choose whether you want to blackmail the churches, burgle for jewels or gold, or fulfill assassination contracts to earn victory points. To win the game, you need to earn the required number of victory points before your opponent does. You can also murder enemy gangs and evict enemy urchins to seize control of their territory. There are sometimes mandatory objectives that you'll need to complete, while other times the objectives are optional. There are different map types available, and there are random factors in each game when it comes to the building and enemy spawn locations. The different buildings each give unique bonuses, and having access to one type of building might make you alter your playstyle for the game slightly until you're able to scout more and create a more diverse economy. For example, someone with an orphanage might try to expand quicker to make use of having cheaper urchins, while someone with a tavern who can make cheaper thugs might work on buffing up their gangs more. In addition to the main campaign, you can also set up custom rule sets to play skirmishes against the AI or PvP in local multiplayer or casual online. As for the online multiplayer, there are two modes available. The first is the casual multiplayer mode, and in this mode the games can play out over several days. You have as much time as you need to do each turn, and players can choose to be notified by email when it is their turn. The nice thing about the casual mode is that you can play multiple games simultaneously at your leisure. The second multiplayer game is a live mode. In this mode, both players are on a timer for each of their turns. Players need to think and act quickly to outwit their opponents. I prefer the live games over the casual ones since I enjoy the faster style of gameplay, but the casual games are great for keeping people coming back to the game. As for the time you're given, it feels like it's enough time to plan things out without it dragging on too much between turns. I especially like that the matches can be completed in a single sitting of usually 30 to 45 minutes. Rather than taking hours or even days like some other turn-based strategy games. The graphics are great, the maps are nice looking, and I like how they implemented the fog of war. The characters are adorable, and I really like the characters and their animations. The voice acting for the narrative is excellent, the soundtrack is superb, and the sound effects are all done well. All of the actions are done with only the mouse. There are no key bindings for the gameplay or any form of mouse customization, and there is no controller support. The game took me about 4.5 hours on normal difficulty. Normal mode isn't too difficult. I'm not super awesome at strategy, but I only had trouble on a couple of the levels. There were a few times where the AI did some predictable things, but overall I can't really complain about the AI. Hard difficulty is recommended for those who are decent at strategy games though. The live and casual modes are where the majority of the replay value will come from. While I haven't had any issues finding matches so far, the size of the player base isn't that large, so it might be harder to find live matches in off-peak hours. Overall, Antihero is a fun and adorable turn-based strategy game. Whether you just want to play the single-player campaign, practice against the AI, play locally, or delve into live or casual PvP, Antihero is a solid pickup for those looking for an enjoyable turn-based strategy game that isn't overly complex. I hope this review has helped you. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and post your feedback in the comments below. Thanks everyone, and have a wonderful day.